our world champion.
Hi, my name is Rupal Zaman. You may know me as Pascal, and this is my story in esports. Maybe in like 2015, my brother got me a computer, and that's when I started playing TF2. I think that was the first PC FPS I played, and that transitioned really well into Overwatch. I chose my name Pascal because at the time I was in high school, and I really liked math, and there's a mathematician named Pascal, who's like famous for a lot of things. His name is the unit of pressure, and I just thought it was a cool name, so I was like, I needed some kind of IGN, so I just chose it. For my journey in Overwatch, it started, I think, when the game came out. My brother bought Overwatch, but I didn't have it. When he was off at college, I would go into his room and play on his computer and on his account, and he caught me doing it, and he was okay with it. And so from then on, I played a decent amount of Overwatch, just casually, not really competitively. I think I started playing competitively in 2020 when the pandemic hit, and I had a lot of free time. I was in this sort of third-party organized tournament called League Zero. There was a lot of Grandmaster players, a lot of Masters players. It was a pretty mixed bag. I made some friends from there, and then pretty soon I moved on into Open Division. I played for a little bit, and then I got noticed by this Tier 3 team who needed a sub because their Flexport couldn't play. They picked me up just for one tournament, and they liked me a lot, and we became friends pretty fast, and so they just decided to keep me on. Winning Contenders was a really crazy moment. It was my first ever Contender season as well, so I'm pretty fortunate. A really hype match as well. It went to map 7, so it was really hard. And I think, honestly, winning that match is a huge reason why I kept pursuing Overwatch. I think at the time I was a bit conflicted because it was my senior year of high school, so I was like, all right, do I really want to keep playing Overwatch, or should I just focus on school, go to college, do the normal thing? But that win, it taught me I can hang in the big leagues. I'm pretty good, and I still have a lot of room to grow. It was only my first season. I think joining Revival was a big step in my career. It was my first time playing with other established players. For me, I was still a rookie. It was my first ever Contender season, but here I was with LH Cloudy, who had just played in Overwatch League, a very notable player, and everybody else also has years of experience in the amateur scene. A lot of thanks to Fact Fiction and Static, the two coaches of Revival, for noticing me and picking me up even when maybe other people wouldn't. Towards the end of my fall semester, I was messaged by Wheats about ISU in the spring semester, and I was really interested in joining, not just because of Collegiate, but also because the team was pretty good. The previous ISU members, mostly American Tornado players, almost all of them went into Overwatch League, and I was like, yeah, so this, moving here, it's not just a step in college and Collegiate, it's also could be a step in my career, maybe open up some connections. For American Tornado that went to Overwatch League, there was it was just them, they were the best team. With them gone, there were teams like Wisp, there were teams like Maryville, ISU, there's multiple teams with the potential to win with talented players, and so it led to very competitive scrims and competitive tournaments with different results. And I think that kind of influence helped me out a lot. That's when I sort of became more of a leader, I would say, on my team, because I was the one that just won Contenders the previous year, definitely one of the best players on the team. And then going into the summer, after the semester ended, is when that's around the time I got the offer. In terms of my family, there was a while when I was competing in Overwatch, and they didn't really understand it. They were like, okay, he's pretty good at this game, but how much does it really matter? I think when I got signed to Florida is when things changed, because there was a contract and things seemed more tangible. There was a lot of money involved. And when I went to Hawaii actually that year for a tournament, I brought home some gifts. I bought my dad a watch. I think that that was a physical representation of this is real. This is actually a real thing that is possible, and it's something that I'm doing. I think I was the last edition of the 2022 Florida Mayhem. So the players there, when I joined, they all knew each other, and I was the new guy. So it was a bit of a hard adjustment, but after some time, I got used to it. So right after the 2022 playoffs, we all went back to Florida. Well, the Koreans went back to Korea, but all the Western players went back to Florida, and we all had our one-on-one conversations with Albert, who was our general manager. They had a choice between keeping me and Sturmajed, and they kept me. And so that was our like core going into the next year. So me, Checkmate, and someone. And so we were fortunate enough to get Merit, who was like a really top tier hit scan on Houston Outlaws. And then we also got Chorong, who was a top tier main support. And so that kind of rounded out our roster. Originally, we were gonna get like another Western player instead of like 4 Koreans. So there'd be 2 Westerns and 3 Koreans. It ended out that I was just the lone Westerner. The team environment was really good at Mayhem. I think especially compared to the other top teams, we had a rock solid mental. Every team struggles, even the top teams. But during those struggles, we were able to like stay calm. When other teams might falter a little bit and start blaming each other, we were pretty calm. We were good at finding the solutions to whatever problems we had. I really enjoyed playing with them because not just the rock solid mental, but they're also just a fun group of guys. You know, they didn't always take things too seriously. They knew when to work hard, but they also knew when to just have fun. And I think that led to a really happy team environment.
What I'm asking is, like, did you know that this was it? Like, did you know that you had the last one?
I think we did. Yeah, I think we did. In the playoffs, most of our team knew that this was the last Overwatch League. You know, there's a lot of rumors, and there was the potential that it wasn't. But you know, the chances were so slim. I have to be very optimistic to think that there was another year. And at least for me, I was thinking like, all right, this is the last Overwatch League. We have to win it. Like winning the Overwatch League already is it's amazing. But if you win the last one, that's like more special. Like that's more special. The first and the last are like the 2 most important. For us going into the 2023 playoffs, we were like unbelievably confident. I do think in that tournament, Boston Uprising was the second best team. And so winning that match in the semifinal, we were so happy knowing that we're going to be on that grand final stage, and we were really excited to win it all. Yeah, for me, winning the Overwatch League, it was really like the culmination of all my hard work and dedication, not just individually, but also like the team. We worked hard that entire year, and it was amazing. It really is an indescribable feeling that I don't know if I'll feel again. Just like pure joy and like literally jumping up out of our chairs. It was amazing seeing everybody, seeing the fans. My family was there as well. It was like an added bonus. And there's actually like a video that Lyre recorded, my friend Lyre, because he was in the stands and he was with like other pro players, and he recorded a video on his phone of like the moment that we won and like my cam, and then seeing us like all like huddle up after. And I would like have that video saved on my phone, and I watch it like pretty often. Every time I like think about that moment. One of the only times in like the past 6-7 years that I've cried, like I literally cried tears of joy, which is so rare for me. That it just shows how much that day meant for me. Everything culminated to that moment, and it was so beautiful, and my family was there. It really couldn't have been more perfect for me. I'm grateful to a lot of people in my life, obviously, especially my family, my mom, my dad, and my older brother. I think my older brother especially got me into video games from a young age, and not just video games, but he kind of instilled in me a very competitive mindset. In Overwatch, there's so many people that I could name as influential. Dusk, one of my first teammates, for picking me up to my first ever Tier 3 team. I have to thank Fact Fiction, my coach on Revival. I think another important coach for me was by Zenith, who instilled in me the idea that you shouldn't have any regrets. You should play your absolute hardest all the time. I got to thank Gunba for picking me up into Overwatch League and keeping me 2 seasons. He saw potential in me. He trusted me. And then finally, my entire team, every single teammate I've had, most people, they have like teammates that they hate, they really disliked. I don't believe I've ever had a teammate that I truly hated and would never play on a team with again. I don't think that's true for me. Now that I won the Overwatch League and I'm cemented as like one of the best players in the world, I was able to prove myself and show that, well, I mean, Americans can do it too. Like, we're up there. Not just one of the only Americans, but also one of the only like people of color. Like, I'm one of the only like brown boys just in the league, but I also won it. I really want to compete for as long as I can. But on top of that, I also want to stay in esports as long as I can. Maybe not as a player. At some point I'll have to retire. It's the thing I love. It's the thing that I'm best at. It's what I'm known for. Like it truly is what defines me as a person. At least right now in the year 2024. Maybe that'll change, but I think Right now, Overwatch and esports is it's a part of me.